Before the advent of technology, eyewitness reports were hard to believe because there was no evidence. Today, you can believe a friend if they said they saw a dog bleeding if they can provide unedited footage. Below are 10 of the weirdest creatures caught on camera. Number 10. Chupacabra. There is no name for this creature, but you could help with its naming after seeing this clip. I'll call it a green-headed chupacabra and leave you to guess yours. It's neither a beaver nor an otter. Not only do these animals know how to swim, but they're also miraculously fast and can find their way to the land with ease. Even though they move at cosmic speeds, getting out of the water becomes a bit of the problem for them. Their agility is suddenly reduced and they become sluggish. The only explanation for this switch is that these animals are marine animals and fare better in water. It was during one of its struggling sessions in water that someone captured the creature. Number 9. Mammals galore. Of all the biodiversity hotspots in the world, the Udzungwa Mountains in central Tanzania are one of the hottest. In the past few decades, it has unraveled a couple of new species, including a monkey and a partridge. The latest on the block is a sengi or an elephant shrew. Even though it isn't a shrew but a member of the Afrotheres, a group that consists of aardvarks, sea cows, hyraxes, and elephants, sengis are known as living fossils as most of them have been traced to their ancestors that lived over 15 million years ago. The new sengi weighs around 700 grams and is about the size of a rabbit, making it a giant among its fellows. It's also on the list of newly discovered species as 1 in 10 of them were discovered in the past 15 years. One of the most important newcomers is the Laotian rock rat, a rodent discovered in Laos in 2005. Number 8. Psychedelic frogfish. The psychedelic frogfish made a sudden appearance at the Ambon Island in Indonesia in January 2008. When it appeared, it was a mystery for all those who saw it at the dive site. It was brightly colored and measured about 8 centimeters. Everyone wondered why and how it managed to stay undetected for many years. In June of that same year, it caused a stir when about 12 of them disappeared without a trace. However, a team of researchers from the University of Washington came up with an explanation for the behavior. It does seem that the animal hates swimming. Like other frogfish, it walks on the reef with its pectoral fins. Whenever it's startled, it does something different. While other species would swim to safety, it escapes by jet propulsion by squirting water out of its gill-like openings. It also hunts differently as it sits in the open and attracts its prey with a lure. While other frogfish species change color to match the coral they're on, this one stays true to its name and retains its original color. Number 7. The world's smallest snake. If you cringe at the sight of snakes because they're creepy, get ready for more creeps. Boa constrictors, anacondas, pythons, and the likes are giant snakes that can scare anyone. But would a tiny little creature make you run too? Measuring only 100 millimeters long and no thicker than a strand of spaghetti, the Barbados thread snake is the smallest snake species in the world. They can curl on a British 10-pence coin. This diminutive creature was discovered under a rock in Barbados. They belong to a group that burrows into the ground searching for termites and ants. When they capture them, they suck them dry before spitting out the husk. Thread snakes are usually small, and the last one found measured about 110 millimeters. Thanks to their tiny body cavity, females manage to lay a single but elongated egg. If it was smaller, researchers say it would be unable to reproduce. Number 6. Dracula fish. As its name implies, the Dracula fish is not big nor pretty, but certainly not the sea regular. The transparent 17mm long fish is the only member of the 3,700 strong cypriniform group to have vampire-like fangs on the top and bottom of their jaws. Males use these fangs to impress each other and settle any fight in their territory. The discovery of fangs is surprising because this species was believed to have lost its teeth about 50 million years ago. It becomes a thing of surprise that the Dracula fish managed to keep its own while its relatives lost theirs. Maybe it evolved into something new and we never discovered it until now. Well, scientists have debunked the claim that they have actual teeth. They say it's a bone that has grown into curved spikes and poked through the skin. By comparing the creature's DNA with that of the zebrafish, scientists discovered that their bony fangs evolved within 30 million years of the family losing its true teeth. Number 5. Flesh-eating ghost slug. The The gardens of the suburban Wales are as mysterious as the rainforests of Borneo. If you doubt this claim, the flesh-eating ghost slug would convince you. They first appeared in a domestic garden in 2006, but were officially named years later. Scientists say this ghost slug is brilliant white and it glows. It lives underground and hunts other slugs and earthworms by stretching itself into a worm-like shape while sneaking earthworm burrows. It then uses sensitive receptors on its antennae to sniff out its prey. When it finds prey, it stabs the victim with its sharp mouth parts before sucking the rest of it alive into its mouth. Since its closest relatives live in Southwest Asia, scientists say they likely evolved into a cave system and were brought to the UK in baked guano that was exported as fertilizer. Since they are at low densities, they're not a threat to the earthworm population. Therefore, earthworms have nothing to fear. Number 4. Lungless frog. The Bornean flat-headed frog, also known as the lungless frog, was captured in Indonesian Borneo in 1978. However, it was only in 2008 that 2 more populations were found. Scientists dissected the specimen and realized that it was only frog species that didn't have lungs. Scientists believe that losing a vital organ like the lungs allowed them to stay on the bed of fast-flowing streams where the higher oxygen in the water allows them to get all they need through their skin. Lunglessness is rare in amphibians because although they breathe through their skin, the method doesn't provide half the energy the lungs give. Only one family of salamanders are lungless, and there are no known lungless reptiles. As much as this creature is fun to be with, illegal gold mining and deforestation wouldn't let them live to their full potential. They're endangered and could be leaving soon. No thanks to humans. Number 3. Pink cyanide millipede. This bright pink cyanide millipede smells of almond and is nicknamed mancorn champoo. Although they look unassuming, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you mess with them. Discovered in central Thailand in 2007, these spiny dragon millipedes emit hydrogen cyanide to ward off predators, which explain its almond-like smell. Its color is intended to warn everyone who cares to listen to leave it alone. It hopes that its message is passed clearly. This creature is the latest addition to the dragon millipede family, whose members are found in Southeast Asia and Australia. They are often large, colorful, and spiny, but this millipede is different in terms of size. It measures only 3 centimeters long and is one of the spiniest and lurid of them all. This creature was named 3rd in the top 10 new species list of 2008 by the International Institute for Species Exploration. Number 2. Brown eel pout. The brown eel pout is a 41 centimeter long specimen caught at a depth of 4.5 kilometers during a British research expedition to the Crozet Islands in the Indian Ocean between Africa and Antarctica. The creature has jelly-like flesh because of its sluggish lifestyle and adaptation to pressures exerted on its body. This creature is easily identified, all thanks to its single whisker on its chin and a flat blunt face resembling a catfish. Recently, there have been many catches in waters all over Minnesota. The biggest of its kind was found in Lake of the Woods, where it measured a whopping 19 pounds. With the number of catches in the wild, it's safe to say that Lake of the Woods is the eel pout capital of the world. When it comes to fishing this creature, the best time for a catch is the winter months. Though they are rare during summer, some have captured them in summer. These predatory fish are more active in the evening than in the morning. It kinda reminds me of myself. Number 1. A see-through skull. A group of researchers recently caught a glimpse of a barrel-eye fish, one that they had never seen before. This bizarre fish has a translucent forehead with a pair of bulbous green eyes inside. An ROV filmed the strange creature while it was moving at the depths of 2,132 feet in Monterey Submarine Canyon, one of the deepest submarine canyons on the Pacific coast. This animal has been spotted only 9 times, even though there are over 5,600 dives around its habitat. Although the searches were deliberately aimed at uncovering all that was hidden beneath the water, researchers barely found it. When they eventually sighted it from a distance, they needed no convincing that they had seen the real deal. Studies of the specimen show that they lay their eggs in the water. The larvae then float in the shallow depth of the water before sinking into the deeper sea. You can find them off the coast of California and the North Pacific region. See you next time!